All right, guys, welcome back to Gospel News, where we dey give you no bonge information on as you take the go. If you have not followed us on our social media handles, what are you waiting for? Let's go straight to the reason why we are here. This is Gospel News, and then we are discussing about Asari Dokubo, the ex-militant Oga Pata for Niger Delta. Small matter. I know say the man they talk anyhow because he feels that he has gotten power to his side by supporting Tinubu of APC, who was alleged to have rigged the 2023 presidential election when Meg P2B and the Atiku still carry the case, enter court too. They say, Asari Dokubo now come wrong, go meet and say, na him papa be this, so go they bow down for him, they do everything for him, while their own place, they spoil. The same thing when he don't talk, when he make one video where he say, our people are only good in guiding pipelines. Now the same thing in they do for here today. When we go straight into the reasons why we are here today, they say that Asari Dokubo is in hiding as they talk to you now. According to what Emeka Gift wrote here, he said, are you aware that Asari Dokubo is in hiding since he accused Nigerian military and navy of oil theft? They are looking for him. Tompolo and his boys, who he wants to take away oil pipeline security, are also after his life. Asari Dokubo is running from one place to another. Now the update when we dey hear be that one who una know say the Nigerian Navy still dead Asari Dokubo to come out and name those people whom he claimed that are behind the oil theft. This issue happened when Asari Dokubo visited the Jagaban in Asorok and also told him not to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Now there, the Amadion have begin to pursue him up and down with different people. And them in Bayelsa State, so no be small thing, no, they say no be small hunger and starvation, and don't wire them for that side who, after some oil spill, enter their water. These are the things that they are supposed to be fighting for the betterment of their people. But no, they prefer to be slaves for their own pocketerial interest. And here too, now they say the report ex-militant Asari Dokubo to Nigeria police and orders for investigation over oil theft allegations. Former minister tells military. So everybody now don't they pursue Asari Dokubo. They won't catch him, palak. Any day when they say I'm now, you go come and answer this question. But we are here to confirm that because I think he's running behind Tinubu, the Jagaban, to make sure, see, none of these things happens to him. And according to update when we get from Shawore said that Asari Dokubo is reporting oil thieves to oil thieves. He said the people when Asari Dokubo carry the matter go meet to say themselves now criminals. Him too self now criminal self with the thief oil. About 16,000 infants in Bayelsa die from oil spills in 1 month. It just stakeholders demand action on panel report. Wow, they no go talk about these places, how they can be repaired. Rather, they'll be talking about Biafrans, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Now, those ones, they be their major problems. When we go into details and find out why Asari Dokubo is in hiding right now. Now, where do we start to know? Now, they say that Asari Dokubo alleged that Nigerian Navy are the ones behind this oil theft in Niger Delta. Asari Dokubo said this after meeting with Tinubu. That was few days back. This is where the problem started because he told Tinubu that the Nigerian Navy and other top officials in Nigerian security forces are the ones behind this oil theft. And I make the day after him now. A Niger Delta militant leader and the Niger Delta and the leader and former agitator, imagine that. Mujahid Asari Dokubo has said the bulk cases of oil theft recorded in the oil-rich region are traceable to the Nigerian Army and the Nigerian Navy. Dokubo told the State House correspondent after he met Bola Tinubu behind closed doors in the Asorok Villa, Abuja on Friday, and he had pledged to fish out the element behind the oil theft in the region. I say, oh, you don't know where you are. Instead of you to rally round your own people and fight for freedom, you did there, they mumu yourself. They go, they beg for crumbs in Asari. He said the military is at the center of the theft. And we have to make this very clear to the Nigerian public that 99% of oil theft can be traced to the Nigerian military, the army, and the navy especially. He pledged his support to the federal government to bring oil theft to zero, believing that Tinubu-led administration will fish out the culpable element in the military. He said, myself and my brothers have assured the president that there will be zero oil theft and vandalization in the Niger Delta. We are going to work with the NNPC and the IOCs to make sure that oil theft is brought to zero. On security, he furthered the narrative that the military was under-equipped to take on terrorism, banditry, and militancy head-on, describing it as blackmail. For Dokubo, the blackmail of the Nigerian state by the Nigerian military is shameful. They say they do not have enough armament, and people listen to these false narratives. So this blackmail must end. They have enough resources to fight. Now waiting as Asari Dokubo, they tell military. So Asari Dokubo now you can they control the Nigerian military. They tell them waiting they get and waiting they no get. Their people are suffering in mass. Their people are suffering. They say that not be smart, that up to 16,000 children they die for that region now as I talk. We are going to look at that very, very quickly, briefly, before we go into this one now. We make them, they pursue them left, right, and center. Now, they say that a coalition of joint interest groups and other stakeholders in the environmental sector has demanded the immediate implementation of the recommendations outlined in the Bayelsa State Oil and Environmental Commission, BSOAC, report. At a joint press conference held at the Muson Center, Lagos. Now, Lagos, they see they hold that one. The coalition urged the Nigerian government to immediately demonstrate to the international environmental community that it is committed to take action rather than endless talks. The stakeholders include Secretary Ejo Elders Forum, IEF Lagos, Efie Braibema, Moderator Ejo Nation Forum, Ben Okuru, BOT Board of Trustees Chairman, Ambassador Foundation, Amagbe Kentebe, BOT Chairperson Ejo Women Connect, IWC, Aniko Briggs, President Ejo Professional Association, IPA, Lagos, Partisan Boleha, President Homeland Chapter, Ejo Professional Association, IPA, Iniruo Wheels, President Ejo Diaspora Council, IDC, Professor Monday Selegood. Others are Program Manager, Head, Era Niger Delta Resource, and they name them like that too. The report reveals alarming statistics, including the spill of approximately 110 to 165 million gallons of crude oil, equivalent to 10 to 15 times the volume of Exxon Valdez spill in 1989, which devastated the Alaskan coastline. They say everything that happened for Nigeria now. Say the one way happened for Bodo Ibo, they say whether not be the biggest oil spill for Alaska, like in America, be that to say the one way they happen for Ejo. Now 10 times, I'll be 15 times more than that one. But yet nobody is talking. Instead of Asari Dokubo to wake up to this and do something, they beg Tinubu and then they beg up and down. They do boy for Nigeria. Photo, not be juju be that. Now, let me talk about the children that have died. They said the report also highlights the dire consequences for human life, with an estimated 16,000 infants dying within a month of birth due to prenatal exposure to oil spills. These distressing finds point to an environmental genocide threatening the existence of a joint indigenous nationality and the physical integrity of the region. But Asari Dokubo cannot fight for freedom. He is there fighting for peanuts, fighting for position, fighting for pipeline guard her business. You get the smell. More than watch this video so that on I use my eye see what we they talk.
Dark river surface. remains. Dead fishes, stained boats, and fishing nets are the visible characteristics of the Akpajo end of the Okulu River following the impact of an oil spill in Elemo local government area of River State a week ago. The rupture of an underground multinational pipe in Aleto community spilled large quantity of crude into this river, affecting communities along its banks, including Akpajo. Efforts to contain the spill and map out areas of contamination has been on by Shell Petroleum Development Company, the operators of the facility. A joint investigation by interested parties and relevant agencies, National Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, is understood to have been concluded. While these efforts are on to find a lasting solution to the problems, residents of Akpajo are lamenting the economy and begging for government aid.
We, the Akpajo people, survive from this fishing and dredging of sand. The only angle we survive from. Since Sunday till now, we cannot survive. Even as of the water to drink, we get water to drink. Since on Sunday, if you watch the other fishing port, 2 children die because of flame of oil.
On behalf of the women, we are begging the state and the federal government to please come to our aid. That we don't have anywhere to forge ahead. This is where we feed from, and this is where we get our little pence from.
They are also worried about the health implications.
The air quality in this area heavily contaminated. And you can imagine what will happen to the health of the people, the occupants in this area. The economic activities are also affected, adversely affected. And as a people, we cannot keep quiet. Medium.
As their only hope of recovering from this impact lies in the outcome and recommendations of the joint investigation, the residents are demanding transparency and fairness in the process.
We have some capable experts who can be part of the process so that they don't just come today and give us one kind of result that the impact was lesser or one thing or the other. But we as professionals will be part of the process. We can say, yes, this is all this will brought is correct.
Meanwhile, the state lawmaker for Eleme constituency, who visited the oil spill site in Aleto, is calling for a change of the underground pipes along this right of way to avoid a reoccurrence.
All we're asking is the entire line from Ebubu down to Aleto should be changed because we cannot sit on gunpowder. This is almost going to clear the entire people of Aleto if care is not. There could be flame on it, and so I feel federal government should bring themselves to table discussion with people. There is no way you can call this sabotage. This is a complete way out of materials.
The outcome of the investigation is expected to reveal the cause of the spill and make recommendations that will solve the problem and perhaps forestall any future occurrence.
All right, guys, and I don't see and say don't read for that region now. Akpajo, Mobia, and all the rest of them. And so the things still they do for a job where Asari Dokubo they still, but shame no go let them make him fight for his people. Make them day okay. Now to go they collect peanuts, they collect personal money when they go put for pocket. 9 day important to them. Tompolo demo, the same thing still they happen. The oil spin when they for goni up till now, they never clean them. Another one don't they happen. Chai. These people, the blessing when God give on I don't turn curse because on a lack sense, on a lack common in fact, on a lack purpose in life. We too now just the fight for Asari Dokubo now saying don't get everything, he remain private jet. Now I never get. So now I make you they pursue this Bola Tinubu now in Asorok, make you forgive you money, may take buy private jet. You don't buy all the motor, you remain private jet. How do you go private jet where they will see they carry you for wheelbarrow? No, sorry, for wheelchair. We no fit stand on your own. You still need 2 persons to hold hand before you can stand and give speech. That be juju be that. Oh God. Report ex-militant Asari Dokubo to Nigeria police orders for investigation over oil theft allegation. Former minister tells military. So now this one be the main reason we make Asari Dokubo now they run from pillar to post because it be like say they want capture them, they then deal with them for exposing them. Instead, when Asari Dokubo go fight, make them get freedom, make them control their resources because now who something they do. Rather, he is there aiding these people. Make them carry the oil, they go for Abuja, where it no go benefit any of us. And so they suffer for this region. Why the pipe it lead to Abuja? Make I show now one pipe now will lead to Abuja there. May not see. But while you are receiving the oil spill, others are enjoying the oil. Watch now. See the pipe where they lay. Till they go north. All right, when I don't see this one, somebody make this video now. Say now pipe where they take the draw it, they go outside and be that one. Meanwhile, the spill will be at Eleme, will be at Ejo, will be at Ogoni. While the fresh one will be going to the north. Blessing when God give on, it don't turn curse to all of on. They smell. The former Minister of Communications, Major General Tajuddin Olarewaju, retired, has described allegations made by Niger Delta ex-militant leader Alhaji Mujahid Asari Dokubo that the Nigerian Army, Navy, and some cabals are behind 99% of the oil theft in the country as too weighty. No be small thing, no. The retired military officer said the allegations should not be taken seriously by the government. As a statement from his media office said on Saturday, Dokubo made the allegations after meeting with President Tinubu in the State House, Abuja, on Friday, stating that the president had promised to investigate the allegations of oil theft. According to him, many people will soon be taken to Kuje prison, as according to ex-militant, he had volunteered to use his voice to assist and do what was necessary to stop the theft. Reacting to the development, a retired member of the Nigerian Armed Forces Complex and Minister of Communications, Olarewaju, called on the Armed Forces to report Asari Dokubo to the Nigerian Police Force, NPF, and the Department of State Services, DSS, for them to invite him to divulge all that he knows, so records will be set straight. The blessing that this one now, him come make Asari Dokubo now come dey run from pillar to post because this wants to pick him up to come and explain. May they see where he see the military take the draw oil and the cabals when they draw oil for the country. Now the thing where they don't tell us Asari Dokubo, make it come make open to the general public. But I don't know how this thing go finally come end, or whether it go end well or they go still sweep them under the carpet. And I know say na Nigeria now we dey so Asari Dokubo, I think he thinks say they wise, mumu man. The former General Officer commanding GOC 3rd Armored Division of the Nigerian Army said the allegations appear to be more like an attempt to bring down the military and make militancy popular in the public. Wow. He said it should not be heard that an Asari Dokubo and his boys were able to carry arms and boast that they were behind the success recorded against terrorists and bandits on the Abuja-Kaduna axis, Niger State across the Niger Delta, while painting the military as liars for laying claim to same. Olarewaju said this is cheap political blackmail. Dokubo should be directed by the president to provide whatever evidence is available to him to the security services. An individual like Asari Dokubo cannot eat his cake and have it. He is now the complainant, jury, and the court. He has taken an open criticism of the entire security services and has whitewashed them in the public. The accusations are strong and grim enough to be thoroughly investigated through a commission of inquiry and steps taken accordingly. This man is playing to the gallery without proof of evidence, and so he should not be treated lightly. It is in the interest of Mr. President to act on his open denigration of his armed forces as the commander-in-chief. This man goes about with armed men approved by the federal government, and whereas states that have security outfit, e.g. Amotekun, were denied from doing so. Una dey hear wetin this military man dey talk. People like Amotekun and even this forest guard when Benue State governor been raised, they didn't even allow them to carry AK-47. But Asari Dokubo will be ordinary individual. They say that these weapons wey they see and say they carry with those boys, they see for screen, so they see for TV, say those boys are licensed to Asari Dokubo by the federal government of Nigeria. So under Buhari, now these things don't even begin to happen. Not be juju be that. And some of us, when I just there on the bicycle, they sleep. Now wow. What do you go? This is very bad. The kind of double standard has no place in today's political setting. General Bisoye's NNPC report and my review 1993 to 1995 have taken care of these lapses, but the government ignored them. In October last year, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, vowed to investigate oil theft activities in the Niger Delta. General Irabo made the vow when he, alongside Chief Executive Officers of the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited, NNPC, Malam Mele Kyari, visited the scene of the illegal insertions at the Trans-Escravos pipeline in the Yokiri area of Delta State. Now, so they do for how many years now? Una watch us.
I saw it on channel. I saw it on Arise. Tompolo himself was accusing the military. It is so for us. I know this president, and I know this president is a stickler for the rule of law. He's going to make sure we need all the money. Have you been to United Arab Emirates? Have you been to Qatar? Go there and see what they have used their oil to do. Why can't we use our oil to do something? Where is the oil money going? It's not me. Me, they say I talk very raw. I speak very raw. Me, I'm okay. I have 4 wives. I have 22 children. And I have several SUVs. It's only jet I've not bought. So it's not me. No, I'm being frank with you. But when you know what is going on, the deprivation, when somebody calls you on the phone and say, my brother, I have not eaten since yesterday. The person went to school. The person has skills, but the system will not allow the person to excel. Why must we all become criminals to survive? Why must we all become beggars to survive? Why will opportunities not be given to us to raise our shoulders high and to be good men and women and to be good citizens? This is what it is. This is what Ahmed Bola Tinubu will bring about. And I believe it. And I know that he will succeed. I'm praying for him. And I'm also going to stand physically by him.
All right, guys. And I don't hear him directly from the horse's mouth when they talk. He say even, what did they call this one? The other guy too, we get contract. Tompolo too, say that one, they don't accuse the military of being behind oil theft in Nigeria. Now, so the matter take view. I'm gonna drop comment and don't forget to share this video. I know say it long. Some of you know no one here story. I just want here pim. It don't finish. But we'll go straight to another news. Thank you.